I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecutive bower, while she was in her dole and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thickskin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a brake. When I did him at this advantage take, and as his null I fixed on his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet padded coughs. Many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight his fellows fly, and at our stamp here o'er and o'er, one falls. He murder cries, and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fear. Their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise! But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian maid by his side, when waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand aside, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Why breath so bitter on your bitter foe?
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For I fear thou hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander, being shoes or in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would Lysander steal away from sleeping Hermia? I would soon believe as this whole earth be bored, and that the moon through her center creep, and so displease her brother's new tides with Antiphates. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. And yet you, the murdered, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur, thou drivest me past maiden's patience. What, hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake. Doth thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou slain him being asleep? Could not a worm and adder do as much? An adder did with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence I part thee so. Never see me more, whether he be dead or no!
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for death which bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe. If first tender here, I will make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. For thy misprision must perforce ensue, for a true love turned and not a false turn true.
Then fate or rules, one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood goes swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. Oh, fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes again, she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from a Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's arch awry, sinking apple of his eye, of his love he doth espy. Let her shine his glorious lie as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her, mwah, for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Should we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one that be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep. I vow so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to make them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, O devilish holy fray. These oaths are Hermia's, will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. These vows to her and me, set in two scales, would even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor now in my mind, now that you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. Oh, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Oh, crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips. Those kissing cherries, tempting grow. Appear congealed white. High Tarsus, now fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Let me kiss this princess of white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite, oh, hell! Now I see you are all bent to set against me in this merriment. If you knew courtesy and knew manners, you would not treat a lady such. Why can't you just hate me like I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? What? Now you're rivals that love Hermia, now rivals that mock Helena.
Demetrius, you are unkind. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours of Helen to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
No, did mockers never waste more idle breath?
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her is but as gust-wise sojourn, and now to Helen in his home returns, there to remain.
Helena, it is not so.
Lysander, disparage the faith thou dost not know. Least to thy peril, thou shalt abide dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick with apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by my eye, Lysander, found, mine ear, I think, it has led me to thy sound. But why didst thou unkindly leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, who would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery oes and eyes of light?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive that all three have conspired against me. Injurious Hermia, ungrateful maid, have you with these contrived against your friend Hermia? Have all of these hours of counsel, the maiden's vows we took, did they mean nothing? Like two artificial gods, Hermia, you and I, in our school days, sat upon one cushion, and with our needles created one flower on one sampler warbling one song, as if we were incorporate? And will you rend our ancient love asunder to join with men to scorn your poor friend? 'Tis not maidenly. The rest of our sex would chide you for it, though I do alone feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems though you scorn me.
Did you not send Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and my face? And did you not send your other love, Demetrius, who, up until now, did spurn me with his foot, to call me nymph, goddess, precious, rare, celestial? Wherefore is he speaks to her he hates? So what? I'm not so hung up upon love as you are. This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I, preserver, counterfeit looks, make mouths at me behind my back. Hold the sweet jest up. It will be well chronicled. If you knew manners, you would not make me such an argument. But let me bear my folly back. 'Tis my own fault, though absence or death shall soon remedy that.
Helen, stay. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
And if she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false who says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Get off you, away you sad, vapid dame.
Whoa, no. He would seem to break loose. Take on as he would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing! Let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Lysander, why have you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love, out, tawny tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I will not take your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me no greater harm than hate? Hate me? What changes this sweet love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Oh, then you left me. The gods forbid in earnest, I say.
Thy love be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain 'tis no jest that I do love thee, and love Helena, and hate thee.
Oh, me. You juggler. You canker blossom. You thief of love. What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
By my faith, have you no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Oh, habit. Aye, that way goes the game. Then I perceive that she hath made comparison between our statures, that she hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And what? Have you grown so high in his esteem because I am so low and so dwarfish? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails can reach into thine eye.
Gentlemen, please, though you mock me, do not let her hurt me. I was not blessed with shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. She was a vixen when we went to school, and you may think because she is lower than me, I might be a match for her.
Lower her again!
Please, good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I ever did love you, kept your counsels, except unto my love for Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto the wood, and He followed you, for love I followed him. But he has chid me hence, nay, even scorned me, threatened to kill me. But please, let me bear my folly back to Athens. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart I leave here behind.
What? With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Helen, she shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not. Though you take her part.
She was a vixen when we went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Nothing but low and little. Why will you let her flout me thus? Come to her.
Get gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering knotgrass maid, you bead, you acorn.
Lysander, you are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. Thou intends never so little show of love, thou shalt abide it.
She holds me not. Follow, if thou darest, and we shall find the right of whose of mine or thine is most in Helena.
Follow! Nay, I will go with thee, cheek by jowl.
Toil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
No, I no longer trust you, and I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine may be quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence, still thou mistakes, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook? Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes, and jangling their esteem as sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I therefore, Robin, overcast the night with starry welkin, cover thou anon, and drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one not come within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime friend thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and patty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, all to my queen and beg her changeling boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste. For night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, damned spirits all, that in crossway and floods have burial. Already their wormy beds are gone, for fear lest they should look their shames upon, willfully themselves exiled from the light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love hath oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns to yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay, we may effect this business the other day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin led them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! Up in some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod, he is defiled, that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, where art thou?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares beyond. When I come to where he calls it, he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. Faster I ran, but faster he did fly, that fallen am I in a dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, if at once show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Oh, coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darst. For well I wot thou runst before me, shifting every place, and darst not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt abide this, dear. If ever I thy by daylight's face see. Now go thy way. Venus constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed, and by day's approach look to be visited.
Oh, weary night, oh, long and tedious night. Abate thine hours, shine comforts from the east, so that I may back to Athens by daylight, that I may escape these fellows that my cursed company detests.
Let us sleep a while.
Which sometimes closes up sorrow's eyes. Steal me away from mine own company for a while.
Yet but three, come one more. Two of both kinds makes up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus making poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dew, torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle love a remedy. When thou wakest, thou takes, in the sight of thy former lady's eyes, and the country proverb known, that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair and large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready!
Oh, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Bongia Cobweb?
ready.
Oh, Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur. Get your weapons to your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on top of a thistle, Monsieur. And good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action. Oh, and good Monsieur, have a care, the honey bag break not. I would love to have you overflow with a honey bag, Signor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Oh, give me your niece, Monsieur Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your curtsy, good Monsieur.
What is your will?
Oh, nothing but to help Cavalieri Cobweb to scratch. I must to a barber's, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. For if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch. Hee-haw.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Oh, I have a reasonable good ear to music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Oh, truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Hee-haw. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Hee-haw. Good hay, hee-haw. Sweet hay, hath no fellow. Hee-haw.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek out the squirrel's hoard and bring thee new nuts.
Oh, hee-haw. I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But pray you, have none of your people stir me, for I have a exposition of sleep come upon me. Hee-haw!
Sleep now, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone. Be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. So the female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee. Oh, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage I now do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her, and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and the same dew which sometime on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mildest terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland, and now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take the transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awakening when the other do, may back to Athens again repair, and think of tonight's accidents, but as a fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release my fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now wake, my Titania, my sweet queen.
My Oberon? What visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how my eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take it off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep these 5 the sense.
Music, home music, such as charmeth sleep.
Then my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight, solemnly, dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There the pair of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus, and in jollity.
Now when thou wakes, thine own fool's eyes peep. Fairy King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then my queen in silence said, trip we after nightshade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.